Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. I'm back for the evening session. We played a couple hours earlier. The Imperial we. This is Bone Dome. He now has a last name. He is Bone Dome Alebane. I left him at the sign of the Prancing Pony. From a friend, gift from a homeowner. Detach that. And Brom Hawksbeard, Bojangles. Welcome back. Is it your very favorite game? I mean, because I've got like almost 6,000 hours in it, so obviously it's a game I think highly of. Bring the letter to the Bree jail. Well, this is one of the new servers. Hope it's just one item. It was 2 items. Pressing matters. That's the above weathertop painting. Not actually played the game in a little while. Well, yesterday.
How can I help you today?
They brought in 2 new servers, including the first server that's been in Europe in years. Mordor and Angmar. I'm on Angmar in North America. They've updated the server software. I've had one hang this evening and crash earlier today, I should say. But everything seems to be running very smooth. The other big feature, Europe server, that is correct. EU server. So people going from like 150 to 250 millisecond ping to 30. 30 would be better. The other feature this has, as well as bringing back some of the old quests, is occasionally a wraith will spawn and attack you. Frankly, as a melee character, they're overtuned and they're likely to kill me. But if you have a ranged character or a character with heals, you're probably in much better shape. And occasionally, worldwide, one of the 9 will spawn as a world boss to be driven off. Onto one of these servers. You can't move characters, but you can create new ones. Mordor is EU. But then we all knew. The European Union, come on. That's Mordor. Just ask the British. That was a joke. Probably don't ask the British. I don't think most of them would find it funny anymore. Especially as a Scot. Ah, yes, that's right. Yes, an old friend of mine was, let's be generous, extremely Scottish. And as an example of how Scottish, when we went and saw V for Vendetta, when they blew up Big Ben, he brought out a flask and did a cheers and took a big swig of single malt. Talk to Strider. Oh, first, the jail. Yeah, he was extraordinarily Scottish. A thick, I believe, Edinburghian accent and a bit of a stammer. So I couldn't understand a word he said on the phone. I had no problem when he was speaking at me, but on the phone, not a word. Ooh, oh, which whiskey? Single malt, I hope. Prove you're Scottish. bona fides by drinking a single malt. Excellent. That is the appropriate answer. Always single malt. Which one? I have drunk probably, I'm going to guess, 3 dozen different single malts. His favorite, by the way, was Kailila.
We brawlers have something of a
Ooh,
reputation.
I would like those, sir. Talk to Derwent Bindweed outside the jail. Carthu. I have heard of Carthu. I don't think I've ever had it. Current
there you are.
Finish now.
This will be a good test for the both of us.
Okay, I have to beat the guy up. Dalwini, very nice. I have, in the past, on stream, mentioned Lafroig as being the perfect cold weather single malt. If it's cold and rainy outside, you really want something peaty, like, let's say, Lafroig, which I have also described as being smooth as swallowing an enraged badger. It's delicious, but challenging. Talk to Derwent Bindweed and help him with his problem. Oh, he's a Bindweed, all right.
Oh,
this is a solo quest. Well, let's see if we spawn the Wraith or not. If we spawn the Wraith, we'll probably die. Just got into whiskey about a year ago. Let's see, for a while, I had, it lasted for years, a 22-year cask strength Glenlivet. You were supposed to, basically add an equal amount of water because it's cask strength, but it was so smooth you didn't have to. Lafroig is a bit of an acquired taste. If you can get a sip beforehand, you might want to, because you might not like it. I honestly only really liked it on cold nights, for whatever reason. It very much is one that warms you from inside. What took you so long, Derwent? We've been here nigh an hour. I'm going to have to beat them all up? I'm here just as I said I'd be. Bill Fernie. You're not alone now, are you? This is my bad lower class British accent. Oh, I told you to come along. Didn't we, boys? Bill Fernie has a problem with me. Why doesn't he speak up? I see you there, Bill. Grandfather got you into whiskey? Both grandfathers? Well, that's kind of their job. I believe they might lose their citizenship if they didn't. Skipped a generation? Ah. Well, that's understandable. What do you think, Mal? Does this brawler scare you? No, sir, Mr. Fernie. Get him, boys. Who's next? Who wants next? Seems my brawler is embarrassing your ruffians, Bill. Mr. Streams, being honest, thank you. That's very kind. If you love punishing yourself, they're all available on YouTube now. For the last few years, I've been doing that. These guys hit reasonably hard. You know, for rough fellows, but fortunately, I want that brawler dead. You tell him, Bill Fernie. But, sir, come on, Mal. Dead, Mal. Dead. Come on, Mal. Come get some. Right? What do you have to say now, Bill? Yeah, come on, Bill. You'll regret this, bindweed. Or bindweed. Probably bindweed. We did it, Bone Dome. Well, you did. That's right, I did.
I guess I was wrong. Sometimes the threat is not enough.
I saved Derwent Bindweed from paying his debts, I guess. So I guess I'm the bully. Oh, Brahm, baby, give me my big, delicious.
You showed those ruffians not to take
I go
with the
from
brawler,
7.6
did you?
DPS to 14.1 DPS. Maybe, just maybe, the Wraiths won't be a danger anymore. Title awarded, Good Puncher. Yeah, let's go with Good Puncher. I'm a good puncher. And now I'm a much more effective puncher. I will punch things until they die from it. Well, the client's a little bit dicey there, for whatever reason. Alright, I get to talk to Strider, because I'm an important, indeed pivotal part of the story. Now those are some bullying gauntlets right there. Metal in them and everything. That's going to hurt. You punch somebody with that. Sorry. No. Bone Dome Alebane. Now, I have a character named Bone Dome on my main server. I also have a brother character named Stone Dome. I wanted to use Stone Dome here. The name is not accepted anymore. My assumption is they no longer like the word stoned. But they have no problem with the word boned. I can't get in. Oh, there we go. That was a little slow. Oh, Strider. He's in here, I think. Yep. The enemy is on the move. All should be prepared for dark days ahead.
Your tidings are grim.
My tidings
There
are
is little
grim.
time to waste.
I wish to talk to Strider. Let us go. You can stride, and I'll
Are you ready to leave?
run along quick on my stumpy little legs. There are wraiths in here, but hopefully not the new content wraiths that pop up and attack randomly.
There
Help
is evil
Torthan
afoot.
enter the Blackwalled camp. Yeah, Strider's going to take off without me. We're going in the other way. Come on. Torthan, take Bone Dome with you and head to the main gate. That's right, send us to the main gate. Thanks, Strider, for nothing. Put me with Torthan. He's the loser of the group, right? Right? You stick me with the loser of the group.
Greetings.
Oh, now he triggers himself. Let's go.
Are you ready?
I was born ready. That's a really old, tired line. Blackwolds. What were those things? That dwarf has gone mad. You have a new deed, Brigand Slayer. And there's the Wraith. I'm going to let Torthon fight him a little bit while I get my health back. Yeah, his health is higher because I've gone up levels. So this can spawn anywhere in the world, including in solo session play. That part is not good. It should not be appearing in solo play. Because this is storyline stuff, and you can't progress the story if you can't beat the Wraith. Well, yes, but this instance is always going to be at night. Let's see, do we have any other... I know what will do it. I can't eat that in combat. I cannot eat that muffin in combat. I can't eat anything in combat, alright? I'm going in. Wish me luck. Two tattered shadows. Definitely the new beating things up gauntlets are a huge improvement. But you'll note, my health was down pretty low. Where are you going, Torthan? They're running away. Let them go. Bunch of cowards. Cowardly cowards. Not to be confused with the non-cowardly cowards. These ones are cowardly cowards. Oh, he's frozen up because he's scared. So the blue ones... Oh, Torthan's not going to move while this thing's alive, I don't think. Now, this is an instance that sadly already has wraiths in it, so... But not terrible wraiths like that that you have to fight and defeat. These are NPC wraiths that basically you just watch. Die in the name of the Blackwold. Don't think so. Punk.
Silently now.
Defend
Darkness
Torthan. Oh,
approaches.
great. I love defense missions. Me and every other MMO player ever. There's Skorgrim, the resurrected corpse of an ancient dwarvish king. We have Dread. I found all these years you relieved of your obligations, Blackwold. And now we're scared. The Eye. Well, the Barrow White is nothing to be afraid of. It doesn't absorb as much damage as successfully as the actual Wraith did. The greatest of evils may be behind this gate. Rest now. Rest now? What are you, some kind of candy ass? Let's go. Use skills that you acquired when the Way of the Maelstrom. Another deed bestowed. Lore of the Cardinal Prince. And 5 more LotRO points. And that is yet another of the inescapable bots. I've gotten one of those every night for the last week and a half. And that is why I do not allow URLs on my stream. It's because of bots. And I do wish that Twitch would do something about them. Because having string removal from text is something you learn in your first week of any sort of system administration skills. We have Omdir and some Nazgul. Now Amdir takes the robes of a Kargul, the Forsworn. My lords, the Rangers approach. Fools, so too late. Amdir's change is complete. Come, brethren, we must leave. Now is not the time for such a fight. We leave Amdir and... Eogan. He interrupted my series of irresistible punches to the melon. You are too late. I am Kargul. I serve the Great Eye. Yeah, the eye's not all that great, dude. And down goes Amdir. Down goes Amdir.
It's a sorry day.
It's a sorry day.
It's a
The Nazgul have crossed the Eisen and are heading for the Shire.
So
The
many
hobbits
games,
must be quick-footed enough to
cinematic
escape
games.
the wrath of the
Do
Nine.
not observe the volume you have set for the game.
And we can only
How
hope
that
that
stays
Frodo slips through
above.
the traps of the enemy.
After 17 years, I have no idea. But new games do it too. I dare not tarry here for long.
alas for Umdir.
Let's see. 3 will, light armor. Medium armor, 6 fate. Cloak of Cardolan, 12 maximum morale. I'd rather have the 12 fate, I think. Which one sells for more? The practical point of view. Minigime.
I have a task for you.
Talk to Constable Underhill.
What road did you take, Frodo? The Ringwraiths ride openly
The
in the Shire,
Ringwraiths.
but there are places which are even more terrible and dangerous.
Some of us can drill.
If you choose the path I fear, search for the light in the darkness.
It's that dirty hippie Bombadil. Nobody likes you, Tom. You're creepy. Mary Doll. Let me see. Oh, that was some other notification. I got some notification. I heard it. Can't fool me. I'm not so easily fooled. Spoiler, he's pretty easily fooled. We'll open these up and see if we can get Agate Bracelet of Morale, Amethyst Earring of Morale, another one, which means that is not a special recipe, so those will be sold. Let's turn around and... Where's the vendor? Where's the vendor? There's a vendor here somewhere. I know there is. I know there's a vendor here somewhere. Over there.
How may I help you today?
My favorite is this guy. Carl Quickwell, who's a one-handed weaponsmith.
What
I
can I
don't
do
know
for
how
you?
he holds the object and then hammers it if he only has one hand. Thank you. That's my setup joke for the evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's not really worth paying attention to. Breland. Sell. Lock that up. Sell that. Get that out of our inventory. We should try to sell those on the auction house. I wonder if they're worth anything. Probably not. Still, we'll get them out of that. And I have to go back and drop a whole boatload of stuff off in the bank at some point. Alrighty, dighty-do. Diddly-dighty-do. Constable Underhill has some work for you.
A lovely day, isn't it? Please, stay a moment.
Speak to Constable Underhill. Hello, Constable. Are we going to travel somewhere?
Good day.
We're going to travel to the Blackwold's broken...
Umdir's
they're
defeat
underground.
shattered the
Oh,
back
is
of
this
the
the escort?
Blackwolves.
Do we get to
But
escort
pieces
Sarah
of
Oakart?
mystery remain.
Because everyone hates Sarah Oakart.
Goodness.
Everyone hates her. Hiya! Hold a moment, I have the key right here. More knickerbockers. Bugs, Mr. Rico. Zillions of them. I hope that was the last of them. You coming? Constable? Let's press on, finally. Oh my god. It wasn't the last of them. There were more. Uh-oh. It's a cave knickerbreaker. It's a wraith. Again. Hope I didn't start too soon. I may have. That was closer than I like. They really have got to turn off the spawns in solo instances. That's just too dangerous. You go ahead and press on. I'm going to eat something. A cut of superior roast pork ought to do, don't you think? There we go. I'm feeling much better now. I do like pork. What horrid creatures! We could be going somewhere now. Constable. Oh my god. Well, I've never tried salted pork that they talk about in the movie. Frankly, given that salting is usually done to preserve it, it would be heavily salted and probably taste horrible. If they're trying to say bacon, they should just say bacon. That's smoked pork. They should have gone with smoked pork. That would have been fine. But salted pork,
Can't you leave me to my misery?
you know? Ugh, thump. Okay. Soggy lembas bread and cram. Yeah, well, lembas probably would still be good. But cram, well, cram was never good. My understanding about cram is it's basically just hardtack. And hardtack, if I understand, is basically flour and water, maybe salt, that's baked. And that's it. It's light, it is nutritious, it has no real flavor of its own. You need something else in it. I mean, you can live off of it for quite a while. You just would wish you couldn't.
The rangers which once guarded the borders of the Shire have been scattered or slain. Frodo has left the Shire, but great perils await him in Bree.
Great
I am too late. Someone must find him before the Nazgul.
Nazgul stabs bed is unhappy. All right, let's see. The jacket is medium armor. It's more armor. Resilient trousers. Light
A
armor.
lovely day, isn't it?
And a constable hammer that I can't use because I use my fists. Like any manly kind of dwarf. Can dwarfs be manly? Tough and masculine is what they are. That's better.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Talk to Strider. Oh, blow! Teleport. Feel those poor sailors who had to eat that every day. Yes. Hi,
We must move
Strider.
quickly.
More rep with Bree.
I need your aid.
Talk to Lenglin. Think Gandalf had a way of spicing up the rations? Well, given the amount of time he spent in the wild, probably, yeah. And the amount of time he spent with, you know, the elves, and wow, the client is feeling really clunky the evening session for whatever reason. It's a growling southerner. You know,
How may I help you
Gandalf's a man
today?
who'd been living in the wild for literal centuries, if not millennia. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could make something tasty, because otherwise, imagine eating hardtack every day for literal centuries. I'd pass. Talk to Lenglin. We also have to talk to the guys out by the lumber camp. Where's Lenglin? Is Lenglin? That's the camp. Well, yes, obvious. My assumption is he spent enough time around the hobbits. I don't know if the hobbits had brandy. So Langlair is all the way down by the Brandy Bucks. So I will mount up. And I shall ride like the wind. I ride like the passing wind. Wait, that didn't come out right. Wait, that really didn't come out right. Yep, the passing wind didn't come out right. What can I say? Right turn. Bree, no. Bree hasn't been the main hub. Well, Bree is the main hub for the new servers, yes, but Bree hasn't been the main hub for the game as a whole for a long time. It's usually wherever the new content is. I mean, there's still a lot of traffic in Bree all the time.
What do you need? Can I speak with you a
Find
moment?
evidence of the brigand's loyalty. Which
My
presumably is
Durin's
not
beard.
to
Won't
us.
you give me even a moment?
Let's see. Back. There was something. That's in Bree. That's the dwarf-made blade. No, we'll head north. Harad is not out yet. That's the next expansion. The last one was Corsairs of Umbar. The next one is called, they just announced it the other day, it's called Legacy of Morgoth, and it's taking the game to Harad. Quite all right. Well, I actually found the first half of it beyond tedious. I spent the first day. You can actually watch them. They should be on YouTube. like the first day doing every quest, and I'd made almost no progress at all. I mean, I'd gotten a couple levels, but I'd made no progress towards getting to Umbar. And so at that point, I just went with the storyline, and it still took me like 2.5 days to get to Umbar. And I was furious with the game by then, because so many of the quests had you writing back and forth, and it just seemed like it was intentionally being done to stretch out the amount of time everything took. It was really frustrating. So once I finally got to Umbar, I didn't do much. I stopped playing, because I'd gotten so frustrated with the game.
Would you do something for me?
I need to find Nate. I'm a Breland adventurer. Where's Nate? Nate? Nate. Oh, is Nate dead? One of them's dead. I think it's probably Nate. Poor Nate. I knew him well. Not at all, actually. Oh, there's Nate. Yep, dead. He's come over all dead. Sorry, Nate. Bad news. You're dead. That's the bad news. Pretty much. Poor dead Nate. Oh, well. The old dead Nate, he ain't what he used to be. Leap! Bonk. My leap was unsuccessful. Well, I mean, I leaped.
What do you need?
Bring the broken hilt to a Lofar Ironbeard. Is he back at the little housey poo? Yeah. Oh. Fine, you want to hit me? I want you to hit me as hard as you can. I can't, I haven't done any of my prospecting leveling yet. Quiet down there. My tummy is talking to me. Well, actually it's the intestines.
By Durin's beard. By Durin's
It's called
beard.
Borborygmus. The
Won't you
plural
give
is
me even a
Borborygmi.
moment?
And actually, it's the squeaking noise you hear isn't gas moving around. It's actually the inside of your guts rubbing against each other. Creepy. I think you'll agree. If you ever wanted to know what it sounded like if you rubbed wet intestines against one another, that's the sound. Here's a guy, it took him 3 characters to get Undying. Presumably he spent a lot of time running away from the Wraiths.
Greetings.
Over there. Yep.
What is this world coming to?
I have to agree with him on that. What is this world coming to? That's a bear. Whoop. Forging the new blade. Where are we going? Oh, over there. Yeah. Flawless boar hides and blankets. Hello, scarred splinter tusk. It had nothing helpful. How about you, other scarred splinter tusk? Was it boar or bear? Boar hides. Yeah, should be in here. Maybe they've got to be in the little hollow down here. Those specific boars down in the hollow. They're eating the acorns, and it gives their hides a really nice sheen. Totally not making that up. He's totally making it up. I got one. There's a debris pile over there. Well, if necessary, I'll just murder them all. You know. Got all the boar hides I need. Debris pile. I found a trinket. There's another debris pile. Oh, we got 2 more debris piles over here. Well, I don't expect that this guy's just going to calmly let me steal all of his debris that he has carefully gathered up over the brief years of his life before I turned him into bacon makins. Ding 16! That's all the trinkets. We've got the boar hides. Left turn. Clippity, cloppity, clippity, cloppity. Ah, I made it that time.
How can I be of service?
You can give me Thistlewary's shirt. Another medium item that's probably not as good. That's not as good as what I'm wearing.
Can I speak with you a
Talk to
moment?
Lofar Iron Band. Well, he's back at the house, right? Isn't he? I think so. Hey, Vorp. How you doing? I have been killed by wraiths a number of times, starting yesterday. The randomly spawning wraiths are very tough on a melee character for the first couple of levels. Still pretty tough. Not a lot of people are going to make it to Undying on a melee class. Maribel Thistleway. Where we read. Over there is the green, and the green is Sharky's men. Sharky's men have to die. Oh, that's a shame. I have to kill them. They also, the real problem isn't that they appear, you know, they spawn in the open world and murder you. The real problem is they spawn in the instances, the storyline instances, and murder you. That's a problem. There was one storyline instance I couldn't get out. I died the first time, but managed to sort of jank my way into it with like 20 life left by letting the NPC that I was supposed to keep alive almost die. Yes, exactly. If it had been Sarah Oakart, that would have been an entirely different kettle of fish. I would have been enthused. But sadly, no. Was some elf in Arid Luin. I don't remember which. The funny thing is, so the mob spawns. The wraith spawns, kills me. I run back and arrive just in time. Like 3 or 4 seconds longer, I'd have been fine, because it's on like 2 hit points. It kills the elf, I fail the mission, and it immediately heals up completely. My assumption, although I have no proof of it, I got what I needed, is that they didn't think this through. After all, not thinking things through is something they do. Sadly. Hence, it would be an issue they'll fix. If they're just going to leave it that way, people are not going to be happy. I did run into Sarah Oakart during the dwarf starting quest.
Stay a moment.
She certainly does seem to get herself captured a great deal, doesn't she? Meet Grimbriar's spy. I'm doing a brawler, and a brawler is going to have more problems than most classes, I guess. Because melee, so the Wraith can wail on me. And also no self-heal, at least not yet. With range or healing, they probably aren't that big of a problem. But I ain't got those. Alright, he handed me a bundle of notes. Bring the messages back to Grimbriar. Alright, I can do that. I have the technology. But from what I've read, the European community is just happy to have, 30 ping times instead of 300. That kind of thing.
Greetings.
Light armor. Why are they just trying to give me all this light armor? I'm wearing medium here because it was better than the heavy armor I had. Reckon you defeat Sarah Oakart in a fist fight? No. Fat body! 57 months, Fat buddy. 57 months. I try, everyone, to tell him. I try to tell him. He could do better for himself, Hi, Fat body. No one can... Beating Sarah Oakart in a fist fight? Not if you know whom she really is.
Stay a moment.
She appears to be a harmless and annoying old woman. Instead, she's a very harmful and annoying old but not elderly looking woman. What do we get? Collect the notes and return to Chief Watcher Grimbriar. Well, where are the notes then? Notes are over there. Oh, they're probably next to the fire, I think, over here. Heinz 57 indeed. 57 months. If you want a truly elegant troll, you could get to 59 months and then stop. And then about every month or so I'll go, hey, it says you're 59 months. Why aren't you 5 years? And you laugh quietly to yourself. I guess I have to beat the person up. Collect the notes. I think we're both waiting for someone to respawn. Well, I'm not going to beat them up when they show up. Well, I'm going to beat them up, but I'm going to hit them once and make sure that they get a hit. Ha ha ha! Charade you are! I'm going to have to sell a bunch of stuff. And buy another bank tab. We're waiting. I am in the right place. I am in the right place. Oop-a-doop-doo. Collect the notes. The brigand leaders encamped in a copse of trees to the west. Yeah, that's it. So, me and Githwolf here are waiting for the respawn. Waiting for the respawn. This is the sort of thing that makes you realize what devs should have realized. You don't tie it to a character, an NPC. You tie it to a clicky on the ground. Oh, well, there's one. But he doesn't have what we're looking for. Another one over there, but I don't want to run away in case this guy gets too enthusiastic in wailing on the mob, I want to tag, make sure I get a tag as well. Doesn't look like he's getting overly enthusiastic. Anytime now. Just me and Githwolf here, waiting. At least they have open tapping. Imagine in the old days. I got the note. He got the note. Everybody got the note. But I was away on my horse first. Loser. I'm going to turn it in first. They're going to give me more as a reward. Ha ha, sure you are. Did I not collect the notes? What the fuck? Oh, it said I got the notes. Jerk. It's still saying that I didn't get the notes, but I got the notes. It said I got the notes. Yeah, I acquired the brigand's note. All right.
How can I be of service? Could I speak with you a moment?
Search the brigand captain's tent.
Would you
Collect
do
stolen
something
goods.
for me?
Are they really that good? I mean, frankly, you guys, your craftsmanship's not all that. All right. You're not elves. You're not dwarves. So, I mean, human and hobbit goods, kind of crap. Nobody wants to admit it, but their stuff is kind of crap. Over here's the path up, I believe. Yeah. Wow! Oh, look, they just left the stolen goods sitting around. Allow me to turn them into restolen goods. And evidently I'm going to be carrying 12 crate-sized boxes that I could comfortably sit in. Clearly the person who was in here before murdered all of the banditos. I do not have permission to open the supply crate? Excuse me, what? Is that a quest thing? I thought that was just fat loot. No? Now, I realized when they first brought out Vanilla WoW, I played Vanilla WoW for a bit. And it reminded me of all of the problems that were always in the game that people had forgotten about. I do have a quest for him, but not one I'm interested in right now. It's a kill-all, kill a number of dudes quest. Is how bad, get 10 bear asses. How bad those quests are when they don't, not all bears have asses. Now, they're terrible all the time anyway. A wraith has spawned somewhere nearby. But it becomes even worse when not only do not all bears have asses. There's a wraith for me. I am running. Because, frankly, he got the first whack in on me. And it peeled off 1/7 of my health. He is still following. Oh, somebody's fighting him. Oh, I'm gonna die for sure. Yep, I'm dead. This is what I mean about it being bullshit. I just simply do not have any kind of reasonable chance against it if I'm involved in another fight. That's what makes it bullshit. As a melee class, it's terrible. There's the Shadow Wraith. Hopefully it won't aggro on me. Another one! There's two of them! One of them is mine. That one is not mine. That's someone else's Wraith, because it's level 17. Because the only thing that's better than running away from one Wraith is running away from two Wraiths. They really didn't think this through. It has turned back. Really, it's just not well thought out. Alright, well, one of them just got the Shadowy Wraith. It's level 16, it's mine. No, it could be mine. No, mine was over there. Mine is still over there. So I'm going to let these guys start playing with it, and then I'm going to hop in, and now I will help. There's another one there, and mine was over there. Is that one mine? That one might now be mine. Mine might have wandered over there. That is Yorkie22 with a follow. I will give you my spiel in just a minute. But I need... Are they going for... What's her name? No, I need access to... There's the Wraith up there. I can't get that by myself. There's two bad guys and a Wraith. The Wraith would murder me. Brigand Slayer, good for me. Yay, go. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and occasionally complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow, Yorkie. Right now, I'm playing on the new server. And attempting to not die in any obvious fashions. Sadly, one of the new mechanics is a bit overtuned and very, very murder-worthy. It's going to kill an awful lot of people. And has already killed me a number of times. My only death so far has been due to it. As these Shadow Wraiths right there... These guys are wading in. He's higher level. And he's got heals. I don't have heals. Which means, for me as a melee character with no heals and no ability to kite, these are very, very, very difficult fights. I can't remember if I get a heal, but I sure as hell do not have one yet. Well, that's the person I need to escort, and she's already started her escorting. I don't think I will get credit for this. Frankly, the frustrations are kind of mounting with the new server, which is a little surprising. Oh, thank you. You can make it back from pre. Okay, then maybe she'll respawn really quickly. Me and Githwolf standing here again. He got here first, so I give him first dibs. Brigand Slayer, congratulations, me. Watcher of Roads, congratulations, me. New one, Brigand Slayer Advanced. And 5 more LotRO points. Dun dun. Dwarf leather boots. I'm a dwarf. Wait, are they dwarf leather boots, or are they made out of dwarf leather? Are they boots made out of dwarf leather? That's just creepy. And they are way better than what I'm currently wearing. All right, Githwolf has started his. So he's going to escort Maribel. I assume I won't get credit. Maribel, you going to do something? Blake. And another Wraith has appeared. I'm going to let Githwolf handle this until it's trimmed down a little bit. I definitely can't take those things on solo. I know other classes are not having any kind of problem with it, but for this class, huge problems. All right, it's closed. No Maribel. Well, there's a supply crate. I'm going to grab the supply crate. That should be worth money. At least. Yep. Got me some silver. I'm rich. Not really. Maribel. Maribel. You can respawn now. It's safe. Maribel. The other fellow took you away. You should be safe by now. You only had to go about 30 yards. Come on. Maribel? Maribel. There she is.
What do you need?
All right. A couple bad men are going to come. Okay, not bad men. Bad man and bad woman. I shouldn't, judge. Couple more, I think, including like a semi-boss dude. Quick, follow you. With Blake dead, we can escape. Okay, good. Let's go. Come on, Maribel. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. I think I can make a debris from here. All right. We have triumphed once again. Ooh. A gossamer blade. Purple quality yet. Maybe I can sell that on the auction house for an amount of money that won't mean anything in a week. So I have to say, for me, the Wraith event is kind of a miss. As its content, I have to kind of actively avoid. Because I just don't have the hit points. or the DPS to just kill through it. And I don't have heals. And I don't have ranged attacks, so I can't kite. It's possible I may have chosen poorly for my first character. But how would I know? How would I have known? I mean, other than the obvious fact that, of course, I'm always going to make the wrong choice. I mean, that's a given. I don't even know what the currency we get for killing the wraiths can buy us.
What can I do for you?
2-vit is nice. Thistleway's trousers. I don't want somebody else's trousers. Thank you. And even asking seems a bit weird. Would you like me old trousers? No, thank you. They have a kin, which is the LotRO equivalent of a guild named Angmar Management. I both like and detest that in equal amounts.
How can I be of service?
Oh, I must select one. The upgrades are an improvement, so we will take the shoulder pads.
Stay a moment.
Find and speak with Grimbriar scouts. He's got a lot. He's really demanding. He's bossy.
Greetings.
All right, we're there. We're off. Rather badly off, what some would say. I ride and I ride to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. Old guy music reference. That's barrel iron. I'm going to have to spend some time doing some crafting stuff. Because I've already out-leveled the crafting stuff I know. Guess that's an inevitable side effect of speeding up the leveling, is you're going to out-level the crafting. Used to be you'd have to spend a little bit of time, usually, in an area to get enough crafting mats to move on to the next crafting area. Now it looks like you got to spend a lot of time doing it.
How can I be of service?
Hi, Wes Brittle Leaf. He's so pretty. Adzo. No time for tours.
Is there something I can do for you? Might I
Bring
have
the
a
satchel
word
to
with you?
Bill Fernie by night. Fernie by night. That sounds like a cheap porno that I don't actually want to watch. One of the few. Hi, Bill. Here you go, Bill.
What is this world coming to?
Ha! Soon Sharky's men'll have all of Bree well in hand, with cowards like that little worm Adso under heel. There's no question of that. You just tell Adso that this payment has been received, but he better have another ready next week, or it'll go badly for him. Kind of a dick, Bill. Kind of a dick. Also, Bill should not be forgiven for making me use my bad accent.
Hello.
Hello.
Might I speak
Defeat
with you a
brigands
moment?
at the Sweetgrass Farm. Yes and no.
Will you let me speak my piece?
No. He asked, and I said
Would
no.
you do something for me?
No. Let me sell some stuff to you, though.
What can I do for you today?
Let's see. Sell. 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 That's a one use, and I can't use it yet. That's the old shoulders. And Thistleway's shirt. I mean, he's given me all his old clothes, really. Is that a reward? Hey, you've done me a great favor. Take my shitty old clothes. Because I was just going to give him to Goodwill anyway, so just away.
What can I do for you?
Let's see. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Strike. No, that's all of them, I think. Yep. We've got the overhand strike. We've got pummel, which is my personal favorite. Shattering fist. Shattering fist! Get serious, which increases my damage. Backhand knee strike. Helm crusher. Headbutt. I just have to admit I was never a fan of headbutt. I'm back in Bray. Every time I think I'm back, they pull me back in. Anyone have some spectacular plans for the weekend? Mine consist of waking up, because that's the only real plan that I can hope to achieve every day. Hope. Until inevitably I fail. You won't hear about that. At least not from me. VIP rewards, we already grabbed that. Belfalas housing, no thank you. I'm going to do a little crafting. See where I am on the crafting tiers. John Whetstone. That name's a bit on the nose, don't you think, John? Seriously. Just a little bit on the nose. Pardon me, I need to smelt. That'll be 80 points. What am I doing? Nothing specific right now. I'm just doing a little crafting in Lord of the Rings Online. Jewelry, level 7. Let's see. Any of this is better than what I'm currently using. That's better than both of them. I will make 2 copper bracelets. Using my jeweler's tools, of course. I'm not standing at the right place. I need to stand at the right place if I want to make the right thing with the right tool. That's just simple. Everyone knows that. So, 2 copper bracelets. These will be better than what I'm wearing in both cases. We'll put on one. And then and put on the other, but sadly, as is so often the case, the programs aren't smart enough to know that that which one is the better that you wish to equip, and so it equips the wrong one. Forcing me to do it manually, I will note. Earrings. My current earring are both less good. I will make 2 of these. New character, new server. I'm on the Angmar server. They also have an EU server called Mordor. These are on the new server architecture, so theoretically we shouldn't see lag. And they're also running a special event where wraiths will show up. And, well, not to put too fine a point on it, if you're my character, kill you. The other earring. How about a copper necklace? Is it better than what I'm currently wearing? It's way better than what I'm currently wearing. Yeah, the new legendary server, exactly. I only have 1 copper ingot left. Would the rings have been better? One of the rings is identical. The other one would be better, but I can't quite make it. I'm going to need to get a bunch of stuff to level these up. I will make 12 polished agates. That's 48 XP. In my experience, the wraiths are overtuned. For a low-level melee character like me, I don't have any self-heals. I don't have any real ranged attacks. I'm finding it a little frustrating. Now, I'm not everyone. Most characters aren't playing the class I am. Most characters are playing something that's got, healing or a pet or ranged attacks. I don't have those. Everything I do is melee, and these things hit really hard, and they have more than twice the hit points I have. The only ones I've been able to kill, one entirely solo. The rest, I was relying on NPCs to tank a little bit of damage, or other players. So, for me, it has not been, let's say, a winning proposition so far. In fact, it's a little frustrating because they'll spawn when you're in the middle of an already tough fight. I'm fighting 3 mobs, 2 regular mobs and a sort of boss mob. It's not a big deal. I should win it, but I'll probably be down to half health. Oh, the wraith spawns. I'm dead. Didn't I have a quest for the crafting? I had a quest for the crafting. Minor metalsmithing and minor woodworking. Minor metalsmithing and minor woodworking. Minor metalsmithing. I'm going to need 2 of these, 1 for each. Well, I gave up on the possibility of getting the title for reaching level 20 without dying. I imagine a lot of people have come to the same conclusion. Make 1 of these. And minor woodworking. I have to bring those back to Solvi Scrollbearer. I think he is in Thorin's. What was the necklace I needed? I think it was glittering copper. But I don't have the recipe, I don't think, for glittering copper. Jeweler. Yeah. I have a regular copper necklace, but not a glittering copper necklace. Yeah, I don't mind the dying and the not getting the deathless. That's fine. But I'm sure there are a lot of people who are kind of upset about it. And for me, the problem is just that my class doesn't have the tools to deal with it the way most classes do. And that's not really my fault. Wait. Alright, what was in there that I missed? Did I miss a ring in here somewhere? Quest ring? Over there. Oh, Charity Time.
I don't know.
Collect
You could help me.
a glittering copper ring. Oh, that's another one. Oh, sure, why not? See if we can sell anything
Greetings,
we've
friend.
got. Seems like players choose what they feel is easy or true. Yeah, I did think I don't think many people were giving it conscious thought as to what they were going to do. They just wanted to make a lore master or a rune keeper. So I think they just happened. You know, I wanted to do this one because I enjoyed playing this class. I don't know when it first came out, 1.5 years or 2 years ago, whatever it was. Is any of these selling yet? None of these are selling yet. So this Gossamer Blade is a dagger, right? A level 14 dagger. Let me check the daggers. See if anyone's got anything similar up for sale that I can, you know, try and weasel in on. Weapons. Daggers. Daggers. There we are. Dagger of the Juggler. I have the dagger of the Gossamer Blade. That seems... Gossamer Blade sounds way cooler, I gotta say. Why? This guy... He could vendor this for 2 silver and 10 copper, so why is he selling it for 2 silver and 20 copper? I despair of people sometimes. I'm going to post mine. For 45 with a buyout of 50 silver. Oh, 50. I used to make a lot of money in a couple of different games, especially Star Trek Online. I would go to Star Trek Online. There were certain categories, and I would buy dozens of items that had been posted for less than the vendor value, sometimes much less. And I'd spend 20 minutes, and every transaction was worth 100, 500, a couple of thousand credits. And so in 20 minutes, I could make 100,000 credits. Because people put them up specifically for a price less than they were worth. I have to say it, I was confused.
Greetings.
Greetings. Wow, that was slow. That's client side though, not server side. We have both of those equipped. Why is it showing up? No, we don't have both of them equipped. God damn it. Sometimes it seems... Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Did I make 3 of those? I didn't make 3. Why is it There we go. It was showing the items I'm wearing. I didn't even think it could do... I don't want it to show locked. Why was it showing items that didn't belong there? I don't understand. That's a bug. I feel safe in saying That's a bug. Because that's a bug. That's why I feel safe in saying it. Is because it's a bug. It's just a bug I've never seen before, that's all. And I'm trying to think. I guess that conceivably could be a server-side bug. I would have thought it was client-side, but I guess the inventory needs to be authorized against the server. But it was displaying the items that I'm wearing as if they were in my inventory. As if I could sell them directly, which I shouldn't be able to because you're not supposed to be able to. Why, yes, I would very quickly and rapidly like a travel to Thorin's Gate, please. I've got to say, those pants are not very slimming on me. And my outfit, well, I would say it's mismatched, but that's an insult to things that are mismatched. I look like I lost a dare. Whoops. Who is it? Are they at, like, Gondaman? They're at bloody Gondaman. That's some nasty client-side lag we're getting, too. That's not... That doesn't feel good. Wasn't getting that earlier. I don't know what's causing it.
Greetings.
But it isn't right. You know? Pardon the on, old man. Oh, wow. What's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
80.
Tonight, expect a low of 66 degrees.
A little warmer than I would want to open up the windows. It's just a bit warm in here. I muted that because there are streamers who like to play pranks on people by calling out the name of that device you heard in the background and telling it to do things like play Despacito. Never played LotRO before? Do you think it is worth to play and start? I have two answers to that. The first is if you are a fan of either the movies, but especially the books, because it's based on the books, so some of the details will be different, then it is definitely worth trying. It is an older school game. It plays at a more deliberate pace, but if you ever played any of the standard MMOs, your WoWs, your Star Wars Old Republic, your Final Fantasy XIVs, a lot of mechanics are the same, so you'll be able to pick it up really easy. The second answer is if you have not seen those, which is a tougher question for me to answer, but I do have a friend, a guy who's been in my chat a great deal, who played it a lot. He's never seen the movies, he's never read the books, and he enjoyed it a lot. So the free-to-play takes you up to about level 75 now, I think. I actually did what I call a free-to-playthrough, where I created an alt account for Lord of the Rings and played. I can link the... You could like jump to the very last episode where I talk about my issues with it. Give me just a second here. How do they get that all wrong? Seriously, how can they get this so wrong? The search doesn't find it even when I give it the exact name. Google, your search has gone to crap. It really has, by the way. All right, well, I know how I can find it. Give me just a second here. I'll be back in a sec, I promise. Come on. Don't make me click things twice. That's rude. Let's see. There we go. And now I make sure I put it into the correct chat. And there it is. So if you want to see me going through the initial playthrough, I don't know, I did like 8 or 10 or maybe even 12, up to about the mid-30s, mid-level 30s, on a free-to-play account to show you what it's like. So my answer in short is, yeah, it can definitely be worth it. Whether it's going to be worth it for a new player is going to depend on a lot on how well they can grab an older, more deliberately played game, how much enthusiasm they have for the Lord of the Rings as a property, and whether it's a topic that sort of grabs their interest. Now, I did not have much problem up to the mid-30s. Certain of the game functions that are in the free-to-play started to get in the way in the mid-30s. At that point, you might have to consider purchasing a 1-month subscription. Will open up a bunch of the game features for you. And so that would be something you might want to consider if you choose to try it. I needed to talk to who? Who over here? Up there? Solvi, yeah, that was the name. Here you go, Solvi.
At your service.
I'll choose the bronze ingots, thank you. That is a player playing music right now in-game. Crocodile Rock, in fact, is what they're playing. I will pop back to the Branching Pony. A number of years ago, when I was playing this game on stream, the viewer who would eventually play himself, even though he'd never read or seen the movies, never read the book, seen the movies, it blew his mind. At one point, I'm going through, it was a festival, I was going through the maze, the hedge maze, and I come out, and there's a group of 3, I think it was, dwarves, and they're playing Never Gonna Give You Up. They're rickrolling people as they come out of the maze. It has a very, very strong, the game has a very, very strong role-playing community, if that's something you're interested in. It's not something that you're required by any means, but if you're into it, it is certainly available. Let's see. Blue quest's there. Which quest is down there? That one. Oh, the Vale of Andrath. Yeah. That's right. They opened that up now. That used to be closed off. They added to the map. Supplies and demands. We'll head back to Adso's camp, I guess. Yep, 3 dwarves playing Never Gonna Give You Up. In perfect unison. They might have been, it might have been a multi-box. Multi-boxing is not that uncommon, especially for in-game bands. But you can sync your play up so that all 3 players will be playing 3 different parts, but in unison. Oh, take me back out to Adso's, please. If I'm going to seriously play on this server off stream, I will have to spend a lot of time running around getting copper, tin, and scholar mats. How was the 80s? The fashion was a war crime. First of all, including mine. The music was mixed. Some of it was incredible. Some of it was god-awful. Movies were hit and miss. It was an American period of blind, blithe, jingoistic, reasonless pride. We're headed over there, that's right. I'm going to beat up some guys over by the farm. For me, the late 80s were pretty great, from 87 on. I had a good job, paid well, working with some awesome people, and a very well-known company that treated us really well. The client is choppy as hell tonight, and I don't know why. It's really choppy. God, it's awful tonight. I don't know. I'm assuming it's not the server. I assume it's the. Yeah, the server is just being awful. Oh no, it's the client. It's the server. It's not the client. That guy's archer came skittering across the ground in a completely. Yeah, it's the server. The server's having issues. It's not the client. Because you don't get that kind of character movement based on the client having issues. That kind of thing is server-client desyncing. And that oughtn't to be happening. Basically, the server and the client are not communicating as quickly as they were earlier in the day, making me think maybe they might have like a memory leak or something like that. I mean, it could be the client, just the client, but they would have had to have screwed the client up. Having worked in a computer room, I mean, a commercial network operating center, not likely it's overheating unless a part is failing. Yeah, I'm getting 2-second lag spikes. And that's not a problem I have had in this game in the past. So I'm leaning towards there's a problem with the servers. Earlier in the day, this wasn't happening. How hard is it to run a really stable server? Well, it's not that hard. Well, historically, it has not been very hard, I should be clear. As we have found out with the recent announcements about Intel, their servers have been breaking all over the place. Because the last 2 generations of their CPUs are broken. And in their cases, keeping them running was very difficult indeed. but keeping a regular server stable is... Oh, there's a Wraith again. He's back. If I try to beat him, I'll die. No, but running a stable server is a very straightforward thing for the most part. It really is. All of their servers are going to have the same build. They're all going to be, essentially, most of the time anyway, they're all going to be this exact same hardware. You're going to be running the exact same version of the exact same software. You'll do testing before every upgrade to make sure that it doesn't break in the small before you roll it out to everything. And your applications are tested, and you're always running a limited number of applications. So basically, you know everything, and nothing should... Under normal circumstances, everything should run routine. Extremely routine. Painfully routine. Working in any sort of networked computer environment, whether it's a compute intensive thing. I mean, I worked in a supercomputer center, and there we're not really about running the same application all the time. We're running lots of different applications. And so in the case of that, it doesn't really matter which you're running. As long as it's running fine. In a more standard commercial server farm thing like you get in a NOC, that one didn't count. Am I not in the area? Does that one not count? In both cases, you're kind of living in a boring environment, and you want it to be boring. You don't want any surprises. No, I don't think they should wait. And like I said, earlier today, everything was running fine. I do think they should not have started it up on a Thursday. Because if there's problems on a Friday, they're not getting fixed probably until Monday. There is my Wraith waiting for me to come back. So they shouldn't have launched on a Tuesday. Or, I mean, on a Thursday. That was just a mistake. They should know better than that. You know, I'm getting sick of Twitch not doing their goddamn job and pulling the plug on the bots with really simple measures that they can take. These bots are showing up with the same message every day. It doesn't take much work to put up a very, very simple filter that filters that crap out. And then Fat Body loves to try and poke fun at me when I'm angry. Fat Body. I want to believe that you at least used the elegant method of going star, 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 rather than putting something in there to get deleted. I mean, because if you're going to put in a little bit of work to try and annoy me, do it elegantly. So I hope it was star, star, star. I would be disappointed with you if it weren't. Fat Body is not a bot. The one a couple entries before him where best viewers on star, star, star is a bot. Fat Body. Okay, we now know that what you're... You gave away the clue, man. Now I know what your bot alt account is. That's a good one, Fat Body. Actually, that's a really good one. God damn it. Why didn't I think of this? Why are you doing this? Why are my viewers cleverer than I am? Probably because you're not very smart, Lens. What? Red card would be for unsporting play. this is an execution. If I could push the button and all the bots would go away permanently, that would be awesome. I would push that button with a smile on my face and a song in my heart. And anyone who pays the companies that the bots are advertising for, fuck you. Thank you. Let's see if my Wraith is still waiting for me. Or if maybe it respawns when I get close. Yep, there's a Wraith. Somebody's fighting it. He killed it. He killed my Wraith. Oh, and another one popped up. This one's not mine, though. This one's too high level. It's not mine. But I'm going to try and help him out because, hey, I'm a nice guy. I'm a good person. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and it still peeled off half of my health. It wasn't even attacking me, and it took half of my health. Battle between money and passion? No. Passion's got nothing to do with it. This is all about money. Anyone who's paying money to these cretins for bots to watch their shows and stuff, that's just someone desperately trying to make it as a streamer who has no business trying to be a streamer. I'm not getting credit for these. I should be getting credit for these. I'm in the blue area. The blue area is the matter of feed. I'm supposed to be killing bears, aren't I? Boar heads. There are a lot of bears. I don't see any damn boars around. Oh, there they are. Okay. What's my honest opinion on the new server? Earlier today it was great. Now it seems to be really falling apart. I'm getting server problems, not client problems. At first I wasn't sure. Now I'm pretty sure it's server problems because you normally don't get visual rubber banding of another player's character, or in this case it was the pet, unless the server is not sending out the updating information. So earlier in the day, I thought it was great. I thought it was great yesterday. But now, it seems like everything is showing lag. Now, it's possible it's all completely either on my end, which seems unlikely because the stream is running fine. I've had no problems with the stream, so it's not a network problem on my end. But the performance has been less good than it was, what, a month and a half or 2 months ago when I was playing Corsairs of Umbar. Right now it's smooth again. But it's anywhere I'm around other players, it seems to get a lot more janky, a lot more laggy. Well, right there were a couple of lag spikes of about, I don't know, half a second each. That's a bear. I don't need bear heads. I need boar heads. That was a flash. There's a wraith around somewhere. There's the wraith. Somebody's fighting it. I'll throw a beer mug at it. That'll show it. Oh, I'm sure they're doing their best. Yeah, most of the time, in any given game, the people who are running it, the developers, the lower end, the non-management people, they care about these things. You don't go into game development to make money. Believe me, I've had friends who worked at game companies in the past. They all left to make money. Because the money is much better outside of games. I got a boarhead. That was a critical hit with a thrown beer mug. Ding 17. My only complaint is not, assuming that I am correct and that they were now seeing server issues. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't hold it against them. But they should not have launched on a Thursday. Because if you don't get any problems until Friday, it's a Friday and nothing gets fixed until Monday. That's my complaint. Assuming that all of these problems are in fact server-based, then the problem isn't that they're server-based problems, that they shouldn't have launched on a Thursday. Played LotRO back in 08. It was running fine. They've made a lot of changes since then. This is the new server architecture, the 64-bit. And we shouldn't see basically any issues. And I did have one disconnect earlier, which is exactly the problem I've been having for years, and so I wasn't happy about that. I do have a quest for them, I thought so. That was my primary hope, was that we would see lag and disconnects fixed. We've had one disconnect, so that's not fatal, but the lag has been getting worse. And mind you, I closed out of the client when I stopped playing this afternoon, after playing for 2 hours. I wasn't seeing any particular lag or spike issues, but I am now. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of the opinion that I think it's server end. Never had a disconnect issue, but the lag has gotten worse. Oh, definitely. Over the last 5 years, yeah, definitely. You know, they had the DB query thing where every deed queries the DB. Yeah, they had a couple of problems like that. It's similar to a problem that WoW had, that they've had for years, but it hasn't really caused a problem in WoW. But they used the same infrastructure for Diablo, and it broke Diablo completely, which is every time a character, there's the Wraith again. Every time a character comes into view on your screen in Diablo, I don't know if this is still the case, but it was definitely the case in D4 at launch. Every time a new character comes into view on your screen, the server has to load everything in their inventory into your client in case you happen to trade. It's insanity. It worked in WoW because it wasn't the way they kept exploits from happening, dupe exploits. So, a lot of times they're dealing with old solutions to problems. And that's what the case was with the database querying for deeds. Was exactly the same sort of problem. Where a problem it fixed one problem 17 years ago in LotRO, but it didn't break until the database was so big and had so many entries for so many achievements, and the mechanic for determining, updating them and stuff was so archaic that it was breaking everything. As another example from WoW, the initial bag you started with in WoW had 16 inventory slots. And for years they tried to expand it. Internally, they kept rewriting the code and trying to make it work. And every time it broke something. For years. It was like 15 years before they could finally get that working. Default bag still, it's still the 16 characters. I believe you have to, I think you have to use the, I think you have to use the this two-factor authentication to get like 2 more slots. Well, the reason that's broken, the reason why it's still... Oh, it's 4? Okay. Yeah, it is the same bag. Is because they used some janky code to make it work originally, and it was baked so deep into the code you couldn't change it without breaking all kinds of stupid stuff that made no sense that they should be connected, but they were. That's
Why
software
are you
engineering.
bothering me? I do not ask much of you.
You do not ask much of me, and yet you ask too much. Yeah, databases, what they communicate, even the different company deep into, the codex. Yeah, it's all of that stuff. One of the things that happens in a lot of tech companies, and I've seen it, is somebody does some low-level coding. They put in, some documentation, and they go work for a different part of the company, or they go work for a different company. Years later, somebody else needs to change that thing that was in the foundation at the very beginning. They can read the code. It doesn't make sense to them. The comments no longer make sense, and they have no idea what they can touch and can't touch. Never enough documentation, and never enough decent documentation. You can have too much. I've seen cases where you had more information than was useful, and finding the right information was tough. But I would rather have too much than not enough, for sure.
How can I be of service?
In the shadow of
Will
giants.
you give me a moment of your time, friend?
No, you cannot give me a moment of your time, friend.
How may I help you today?
Once I was writing a complicated a C shell script. And I hit this one part that seemed a little slow, and I came up with this great idea how to fix it. It went from like 20 lines to a single line. And 6 months later, I came back because I wanted to duplicate what I'd done there someplace else with some changes. And I swear to God, for the life of me, I spent 3 or 4 hours trying to figure out why it worked. I still have no idea why it worked. Worked perfectly, never failed. No part of that particular one line, very complicated, worked perfectly. And I had no idea why. I read it, and it just looked like fucking magic. I want those pants. I want those pants. Where are those pants? I want the sexy pants. I want the dwarf sexy pants, please. Is that the dwarven sexy pants? Dwarf makes steel leggings of determination. I now have sexy dwarven pants. Sadly, I'm upgrading from one leather helm to another leather helm. I don't want to wear leather. Well, not in combat. Recreationally, yeah, sure. Leather's great. I can't use a shield. Get in the way of my fists. Sexy, are we somehow just beginning of online and gaming? Well, not me. Dwarf steel gloves of fate. I would like those too. Are these my dwarf steel gloves of fate? They are. They're better. I will wear these too. Sell Langless's leggings. Wearing somebody else's pants just never really agreed with me. Broken hatchets. All right. Do I have another turn in? No, another quest. Searching for fresh. Oh, find the spring. That's the spring that takes you into the old forest.
Greetings.
Yes, West. I would like to go back to West Bree, please. So my verdict on the day yesterday after playing was it was running smooth as hell. The wraiths were grossly overtuned. Today, it doesn't seem to be running as smooth, as I had a crash, a DC, basically. Well, actually a freeze. It would have DC'd in time. It froze for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I quit out. And that's a symptom I've seen in the past. Myself and others have seen in the past. But only one, so I wasn't particularly concerned, but the performance tonight has been iffy. I'm not positive it's the servers, but I think it's very likely at least part of it is the server, as you normally don't see rubber banding on other people's characters like that unless that is server based. It's not always the case. My outfit's not great. I'm going to grant you that the outfit's not great. This is what I actually appear to be wearing, and my hat is bleeping stylish, and that's what's important. So, that's my opinion on the new servers. I still think the Wraiths are overtuned, at least for this class, as I don't really have a choice other than to run away. I'm not hitting hard enough yet to solo them most of the time. And they usually pop in when I'm already in the middle of combat, which makes things significantly dicier. I understand some classes, no problems at all. Brawler, lots of problems. But I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, holy crap, there's more of you than I thought. Now let me see if I can't be kind and find another LotRO streamer to give you all to. Because I think that would be nice. Let's see. I think probably I have watched her before, so I'm going to go with that. Give me a minute here to set up the Twitch raid. So those of you who are in Twitch, we're going to be going over to Egaladwin, I believe the name is. Where is it? Come on, where's it? Where's the search? There it is. I have the name wrong? Probably. Elgaladwin. That's the name. And that way you can keep watching someone else who is playing on the legendary servers. Yeah, I have watched them a number of times in the past. So I'm going to send you over to them. In just a second. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I should be back tomorrow. Not sure if I'll be playing LotRO or not. I will put it in the Discord channel. Thank you guys very much. I hope the rest of your Friday night goes great. Hope your weekend kicks ass. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night. Take care. And ciao for now. Good night, guys.